Welcome to the GTP. My name is Scott. Look no further, my friends. This is your ultimate manga, anime, and otaku guide. In this video, we're breaking it up into 3 sections. First is just some best practices when it comes to holiday shopping. I'm giving you my best tips and tricks. Followed by, I'm going to go ahead and share with you the best websites that I love to go ahead and shop during the holiday season. And then last, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give you some actual recommendations. Animes like Cowboy Bebop, highly recommend. Old school classic. A lot of new people have not seen this. Or you know what is about a hit anime? The anime did so well, why not check out the original material and get them the manga? Kind of like Delicious in the Dungeon. And then you know what? Merch is also great. Maybe a holiday sweatshirt to help them win that ugly sweater contest, but not be too offended because this is actually a beautiful holiday sweater, not an ugly one. So in this video, I'd recommend not skipping each section along because there are going to be things where you're like, why would he recommend that? Well, go back to the video and then you'll see through my best practices like, huh, okay, now I see why I recommended that. I'm trying to be a very humble person, but I am told I'm very good at gift giving, so I'm giving you all my best tips to help you just knock it out of the park this holiday season. So let's go ahead and talk about best practices. And my first recommendation, this is especially to all you procrastinators out there, is to start early. Start your shopping now. Hence why this video is coming out in early November and not out in December. And if you've been shopping already in America, you notice that the Christmas stuff is already out. It was out, in fact, in October fighting against the Halloween stuff. So start your shopping off now. Do not wait, especially some recommendations I'm gonna give you for places to shop. Sometimes shipping does take a while and you wanna make sure you get the right thing, the right sizes, if you have to send it back or if it's damaged. So start shopping now, do not wait. Now my second recommendation is get them something that is unexpected but personalized. And what I mean by that is start paying attention. What is the anime or the manga that they actually read or they love or they just can't stop talking about, and get them something that's kind of in that genre or something they just don't know necessarily exists. And my wife loves fantasy books, and for all you ACOTAR fans out there, I'm not sure what ACOTAR is, but she does, and she told me to give a shout out to you guys, as I noticed she was reading the series a lot and she kept talking about it. And so I went online just to search on that series, and I found this cool sweatshirt that says "For a Bargain Tattoo Parlor." Now, I don't know exactly what that tattoo parlor is, but this was an unexpected gift and she absolutely loved it because it was personalized and it showed that I was paying attention to the things that she likes. I didn't get her something that just I liked. I didn't get her something that seemed even similar that, you know, you just normally find in stores. So there is great shopping places. I'm going to show you recommendations where you can find things that are a bit more personalized for them that they may not even know existed. Now the next recommendation I have for you is, if you're on a tighter budget, is to go ahead and what about acts of service? Acts of service actually is a love language, and it's actually my #1 language over gifts. Is instead of getting an item, if you did something for me, that just means so much greater for me than a physical item. So that might be is bake them maybe a sweet or like some cookies. Now you might not be good at making cookies, and even the better knowing that that person's going to know you don't bake and you stepped out of your comfort zone for them, even if they aren't the best. Another one might be is offering to help organize their manga collection for them. Make some fan art for them. How cool would it be giving them a drawing of something that you made, or maybe it's even writing a personalized story for them. Those are a couple small things that you can do on a tighter budget. Look for a way to act of service, giving them a coupon saying, hey, I appreciate you, I'd love to do something for you just to show how much I value you. Now my next tip for you is one that you may have heard it said, but it really is true. It is better to give than receive. And what I mean by that is there's just something special about giving somebody an item for them and just seeing them open that gift. And my guess is when your friends and family, your loved ones, when they give you an item, they are more excited to see your facial expression, seeing you open that gift, seeing how much it means to you, than them getting something in return. So there is some truth to that, and I highly recommend spend more on others this holiday season than necessarily you'd spend on yourself. I understand people saying treat yourself here, but in this season, I really would recommend looking to is don't spend excessively, spend within your means. And by that, don't overspend your money. Don't spend money you don't have, but be generous this holiday season. Find ways that, instead of buying stuff for yourself, what could you do to show others how much you appreciate them? It truly is. And again, don't do excessive spending. Spend within your means. I do not go into debt this holiday season. Do not spend money you do not have. Now, my last tip before we move on to best places to shop is going to be buy them something you know they like, but they would not necessarily buy themselves, and it's usually because it's just not practical. They just don't want to spend their money on that. But you know, if someone gave it to them, they wouldn't be offended or bothered by that. So what I want to share with that is, if you've seen my videos for a while, you know I do thoroughly enjoy the series JoJo Bizarre Adventures. Now, even though I buy for myself JoJo Bizarre Adventures, I would not normally buy myself the JoJo Bizarre Adventures Go art book. Now, this wonderful coffee table book, I got this because it was just an incredible deal. This isn't something I'd get myself. Now, it's not practical, it's gigantic. I have a coffee table, but you know, most of my friends aren't really into anime and manga, and they'd be like, what is this? And I just don't want to have an awkward conversation. But if somebody bought this for me, I'd be over the moon, and I'd keep it in this lovely area here. But again, this is something that, hey, this is cool. It's not something though I would buy myself. So that might be another thing, is as you're looking at them talking about things that might not be practical or things that they like, it could be an anime figure perhaps. What is something that they think would be cool, but not something you know they would buy themselves, but you could go in surprise and buy that for them. So let's go ahead and now move on to my favorite websites that I love to visit and go ahead and shop for your otaku friends this holiday season. All right, now when it comes to shopping for my otaku peeps, the first store I wanted to highlight for you is none other than Etsy. I just found so many great personalized things through it. So I just typed in manga at the top, and I started just scrolling through, and you see here's like a Berserk sweatshirt, which I thought was kind of cool. But I was scrolling down. This helps me just get ideas sometimes, maybe not from this seller, but I'm like, oh, like a personalized stationery for manga or anime. I think that's pretty cool. This hand-woven beautiful rug here from Paco's Diaries. And I was like, oh, I want this for myself. And it's popular, so it's not just me that likes it. Here is a one-piece controller holder where you can hold your controller from the ship. I thought that was really cool. So this helps also get ideas for when you're looking around. I mean, again, I could also type in just anime for something in general. And then, oh, there's that sweatshirt again that I told you I like. Here's the squad here, the Squirtle Squad. Here, Dan, which we talked about is really popular right now. So this thing can just get you some really good ideas when you're looking around. Customized sign has your name. I would think something like that's pretty rad too. So again, this is just to help you get ideas. You're trying to look for something more personalized, and this is again shopping early. Now the next one might be a bit of a surprise. At least it was new for me until a couple years ago. I didn't even know this existed, and that's where I actually got this cool sweatshirt I think my wife got for me, and that is Box Lunch. Now, Box Lunch, I believe it's owned by the same company that owns Hot Topic, but as you can see here, I mean, look at this. What an adorable Totoro sweatshirt. I would want that. Here's something from Dragon Ball Z. Stay cool, stay warm. So there's a lot of neat otaku stuff here for people as you're just scrolling around, and then things just for modern fans, from Bluey to Peanuts to who doesn't like Winnie the Pooh there. Oh, so adorable here. But I like that I can just do from toys to collections to new holiday. It is the holidays here. And as you're scrolling down, you can get just different ideas, things. Here's Naruto, Kiki's Delivery Service, which is phenomenal. So again, if you're looking for just some different ideas, there will be tons of sales with this place, tons of coupons. So if you wait towards Black Friday, or I mean, look at this, we're already offering 20% off, and we just get here. So the last two different things I want to show you is next is going to be Merry Manga. Now I highlighted Merry Manga. I did an entire video if you want to know more of my thoughts on this, but this is probably my go-to place right now for purchasing manga. And Merry Manga, I do believe when it comes to warehouse orders, if you want to get your orders in soon, also their care in the package is always going to be phenomenal. Their last, I believe, when I talked to Carl, is November 20th. So November 20th, as of right now, is the final that you can guarantee if you get a warehouse order, meaning he doesn't have it on hand, he has to order it from the warehouse first. November 20th is going to be the soonest that you're going to be able to, if it's the latest that you can do is November 20th to get that item guaranteed before Christmas. So if you have an order that's going to be over $100, if you want to hit that free shipping, maybe treat for yourself and some others, Merry Manga is going to be your best place, hands down, at least in the United States, when it comes to purchasing manga. Okay, and the last one is just All right, now if you're really heading towards last minute and you can't find anything anywhere else, I still shop at Amazon. And I also, this is my link below a lot just for getting ideas when it comes to for manga. I'm like, oh, what's popular? What are people getting? What is there maybe a hot deal is? This is one that I'll scroll through is, so if you want to get them, you know, One Piece recipes, Attack on Titan, Berserk, as you can see, is extremely popular. Definitely not for kids whatsoever, and even just too much for me. Chainsaw Man is probably the cheapest you're gonna get for the box set. This helps me if you don't have One Piece already and want to make a statement. Phenomenal here. But Destroy All Humans, this is, I think, is going to be a very hot item as more comes out. This has to do with Magic the Gathering. It actually comes with a card with each book, I believe, which is really cool. So Demon Slayer as always, and then for some for kids might be different. Amulet is a popular graphic novel series, and oh, look at this. This is what I'm watching on for my son, is this Zelda box set. So here's another one just to get you an idea. Is just different things you can do, and Amazon even has things where I like here is if I do like stationery, let's not do books, but we'll just do all departments here. And this just also gave me different ideas last year when people just asked for some stationery stuff. So, you know, here is a Naruto calendar. It's 2024. We need 2025. What are they doing here? Apparently people are still buying this, but you know, if you give them bookmarks, some cute things here, there's surprisingly a lot of neat little things that I think are just special you wouldn't think. I wouldn't normally think to type stationery, but I found some really cool items for other people by doing something like this. And it's something that's just affordable and you get a bunch of fun stuff. So, and that's even great when you're looking for stocking stuffers. So there you have it, my friends. We have Etsy, which is also great, just looking for something that's personalized and special. Eat your protein, a little gross, but I see what you did there. And then we have our lovely box lunch. You're always going to find some interesting items here, especially for the holidays, more personalization. And then we have our lovely Mary manga. And then as always, Amazon. Let's go ahead and head to the third part of this video, which I know you've been dying to know instead of listening to me rant on just showing websites. And let's go ahead and now check out recommendations for the holiday season. What are just some recommendations I have overall this holiday season I think your loved ones are going to actually like or enjoy? And the first one I want to send them is there's many people who absolutely love anime, but maybe they're not more into the manga, or they read manga and they may not like the anime as much, or they do both. So I have 4 series here that just have hit animes right now, and I think these mangas are absolutely wonderful, and in some regards I actually love the manga better. So I'm going to recommend, I think everyone knows the series already, but Fear and Beyond Journeys, and this is absolutely phenomenal for ages for I think for 12 and up, I think it's great. Again, any recommendations I have for those who have younger kids or are teenagers or wondering, is this age appropriate? Read the first volume for yourself. You usually can even read the first couple chapters for free on the Viz Media app. That will give you an idea whether or not this is something that you feel comfortable letting them read. But I think this is wholesome. Highly recommend Fear and Beyond Journey's End. I think Dan to Dan, this is not for kids, but this anime is taken by storm right now. This is going to be very, very popular. I'm seeing the books sell out very fast now due to the anime. I think there's more of awareness of the series. These people were the guy, he believes in aliens, the girl believes in ghosts, and they try to prove each other wrong, and you discover that aliens and ghosts both exist. Again, there's parental advisory on here. Definitely not for kids, but I think this is going to be a very, very hot title this season. Blue Box, I've been harping how much I love this series. This romantic sports-ish series here. It just has absolutely beautiful artwork. I like this better than the anime itself, the manga. Again, the panels are absolutely gorgeous. I think it's something they'll really appreciate. And then, you know, Delicious in the Dungeon. This probably was the most popular anime that came out the last season that people just kept on raving, and then they were just selling out so quick. And then Yen Press actually has a box set coming out this holiday season. Now, that is a statement in itself. If you can get someone the box set or even treat yourself to the box set, wow. So I actually own all Delicious in the Dungeon, or I would go ahead and buy that box set myself, as I think that would just be a lot of fun and just phenomenal. All right, moving on, just a couple other series here, just because I love manga, but The Medalist, this is a Heart of Gold. This is going to be my #1 best manga new release to come out this year. There's 4 volumes out so far. This is just a phenomenal sports series. Feel-good moments for those who are 12 and plus. I highly recommend. This is such a phenomenal series. I was tearing up just the first volume alone. I'd highly recommend getting The Medalist. For those who are a little older, another series, this is going to be probably my #2 best series to come out this year, and that is Steel of Celestial Shadows here. I don't want to give too much into spoil it, but you're following a samurai that struggles, where he has this ability that he can't have metal touch him, but he wants to be a samurai, so anytime that sword goes to him, it kind of like reflects back, but he can't really use metal himself. So very, very good. He's down on his luck. A girl comes into his life, and then she's taken. That's just the last. I'll give a synopsis here, but wow, so good. This is from the same author that gave us Kasumi, and unfortunately that is just a digital deal from Kodansha. I don't know why we won't get a physical release, but highly recommend checking this out. I think this will be very popular and great. Next we have here is for those shoujo fans out there. This is Don't Call It Mystery. Yes, this is volume 5 and 6. It looks like Christmas, but we are in the holiday season. This is a detective series. As you're following this boy in college, he keeps getting into these different situations. It is a bit wordy, but I absolutely love the series. It really makes me think. It's one my daughter loves as well. She's 13. I think some of it I'm like, I don't know, but it's one I highly recommend. They recommend older teen, 15 plus. That's probably more accurate, but I've been okay with my daughter reading it. Does not mean it's okay for yours. Again, read the first couple of chapters, see if this is something for you, but I think this is such a phenomenal series that people are going to enjoy. Last quarter, this is also Teen Plus. This is another shoujo series from the same author that gave us Nana and Neighborhood Story. This is 2 volumes total, so the first volume out, I think the second one comes out in January, so you can get them the first one, say, hey, I'm going to get you the second one as well, or get them just to whet their appetite. But I thoroughly enjoyed this mystery, as this girl is stuck in this house and she can't get out, and you don't know if she's alive or not, and there's these other younger kids that are trying to help her out, and so such a good mystery. I completely hooked. I'm really looking forward to seeing the completion of this, and this is just came out, so this is something they probably don't even have, or maybe didn't even know about. It's under a lot of people's radars right now, but I think this last quarter is phenomenal. And then another manga I have, this is a one-shot. One-shots are great because it's just one story and it's just completely over. This is Your Letter, and this is such an emotional story as you follow this girl who stands up. She sees a classmate getting bullied, so she stands up, and then she starts getting bullied herself, which causes her to go into a new school. And then when she's at this new school, she finds these letters and she's following this trail, and it's just a beautiful story. I highly recommend it. They even gave this little card at the end. I don't want to reveal it, but there's just special touches. This is probably one of the best one-shots I've read all year from the Eyes Press line. This is what it came from, so I'd highly recommend it. Looking for a manhwa, just a feel-good, just one-shot, mean it's one and done. Your Letter is phenomenal. And then the last manga I actually want to share with you is a statement, because I just think it's so pretty and nice to have, and that is the Trigun Deluxe Edition by Dark Horse here. This is such a beautiful edition. I have a video just doing a review of this itself. Now, by the time we get to December, I think we're going to have 4 of them out already, or three of the 4 at least. So with that, you can give them the first one. Again, this is something I think is also nice to have. You're like, whoa, and it's pretty affordable. I've seen this on Amazon for around $30-$35, even though its MSRP is $50. So you can get this for a good deal, and they'll be like, wow, this is nice. There's heft to it. When they open the box, they pick up the box, like, what did you get me? Like, oh, beautiful. So those are just some manga and recommendations. Let's go ahead, and I have other things I want to do. Let's talk about some things for kids. One I don't have here, if you're like, Scott, what are you getting for your kids this holiday season specifically? I want to get my son the new Zelda box set. I'm just waiting for a good deal. I have it on an Amazon wish list, and it just continues to get down in price. I think I've seen it drop for around $90. It's a little more than I want to pay, but that Zelda box set I'd love to get for my 12-year-old boy. So I'm just waiting for a good deal on that. I think another one, if you're looking for younger kids, Yotsuba is such a phenomenal, just feel-good slice of life manga series that I think all ages will thoroughly enjoy. Many laugh-out-loud moments. My 8, 12, and 13-year-old all love Yotsuba, and it's one they just read over and over again. And then the last is for kids as well, I think, is the Pokemon box set. Now, I've seen this many times often on Amazon for around $30-$35. I think $35 is a great price for all that you're getting here. This is the first 7 volumes. There's a box set 2, which has from 8 to 14, but this is so much better than the anime. If they love Pokemon, they are going to love this. It's one that my children have just thoroughly enjoyed. And you know, you might be thinking, well, Scott, what could we do then when it comes to anime? Because you brought up anime. Well, I do own some anime, and some of it going to be based on their taste and what I thought was cool. And one thing I thought was cool is I mean, I'm older, so the Yu Hakusho 30th Anniversary Edition, I thought this was incredible. This is the entire series. Now, I found this on Amazon. There was on sale, so I looked for Black Friday. This was 60 bucks, and I thought that was a steal. Now, right now, it's going for around 80, which I think is also a good deal, but if you can get it for 60, I mean, I would buy that in a heartbeat. For those who've never seen this, is from the same anime from the author that gave us Hunter x Hunter, which is their newer one that's ongoing, which is also phenomenal. But I really do like Yu Yu Hakusho. I've been watching this with my kids. There are some things where I'm like, it's a little sketchy and we have to discuss it, but Yu Yu Hakusho is great. An oldie but a goodie, Cowboy Bebop. This is often, I've seen this on Amazon for $20. I think I got this on Black Friday for $16, but this was nostalgia for me, and there's a lot of people, I'm surprised, have never seen Cowboy Bebop, as they're just seeing the new stuff. But I think this is an oldie but a goodie. This is a classic, and I think this kind of blows out of the water many of the new animes that are currently out. And then a lot of times when I'm talking to parents, especially, and then young adults, a lot of people still haven't seen a lot of the Studio Ghibli. So I just want to show a couple ones. These are my kids' favorites, but Ponyo is absolutely mesmerizing, beautiful colors. Kiki's Delivery Service, about this witch in this town, in this new town that she's in, traveling and helping out. Phenomenal series. A little longer, quiet. My kids just get sucked into it. Another one they fight about constantly is The Cat Returns. This one I don't hear too many people watching or have checked out, but Cat Returns is also a phenomenal series, and it sounds like it's a sequel because it says a return instead of the cat. But this one, you follow this girl who's turning into a cat, and she needs help because she rescued a cat. Now she's turned to a cat herself, and this cat comes and helps her, and they go into this cat world. And so if your kids like cats, this one was thoroughly good. My kids thoroughly enjoy this over and over again. And then the last, which hopefully you've seen this, but if not, is My Neighbor Totoro. I'd say from 4 and up, the music catchy. This is when my kids watch this for the first time, especially when they're younger, around kindergarten. There's a scene where the tree is going, and my kids actually got up from where they were sitting, and they were doing the hand motions just like the girls are doing in the video, and they're hoping to watch the tree go up, and it's just absolutely mesmerizing. They sing the song for this all the time as well. So those are just some of my recommendations for you on different things to get, but hopefully I've given you a better idea with my practical tips, places that I want to shop, and even things I want to get myself through those recommendations I have, and then here are other things to go ahead and maybe even purchase. So with that said, again, it is better to be thoughtful in your spending than excessive. Do not go broke this holiday season. So I hope this can actually add some value to you. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. If you found any value from this video, would you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel? That helps others know about this video, which I really do want. My hope is for this video is just, this is a benefit for you, not for me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on the next one.